Huge controversy, and in the last hour, West Ham United, Barry, are fining him 2 weeks' wages, £250,000.
And so they should. I couldn't believe what I watched. I'm a pet lover, to be honest with you. I don't know how anybody could be cruel to pets, but when I watched the video, I was sickened, if I'm being honest with you. West Ham are doing the right thing in fining him. I see Adidas, I've stopped their sponsorship of him. I suppose that would have been his boot sponsor. But look, shocking images, what I've seen, and listen, he's got to take the punishment.
Davey, beggars belief, doesn't it, to do that?
Yeah. Listen, if it was up to me, he'd be in the jail tonight. But I do understand why David Moyes played him last night. I think David was damned if he did, damned if he didn't. If he had left him out last night and West Ham had lost, then he's got to answer to Karen Brady and David Gold and Mr. Sullivan, the people who own the club, who are desperate to see West Ham qualifying for a Champions League place. They played him and they won the game, and now I think they've taken the appropriate action. But whatever action they take, fining footballers these days is a token gesture given the money they're earning. There's part of me that's quite glad to see the stick he's getting from West Ham fans for what was an absolute despicable thing to do.
Booed last night throughout the game, and so he should be.
Yeah.
And I thought that the owners today passed the buck to the manager, because a lot of the attention now is in the club's response by playing him. They've obviously said, it's the manager, but David Moyes said he also, who couldn't care about cats? Of course you would. Any kind of action like that, you would be appalled. And he said that, but he said, as the team manager, I played him, but they should have. They passed the buck to the manager.
Yeah, of course they did. And it's the player who should take the punishment here. Had David Moyes left him out, he punishes the West Ham team, he punishes the West Ham supporters, and he affects obviously their chances of qualifying for the Champions League. Only one person to blame here, and that's Zouma. And it was great to see he was roundly booed last night.
And Barry,
the only good thing that's come out of it is the money that he's been fined. £250,000 is going to animal welfare charities. So that's the best thing it could happen. But I'm like everybody, when I watched it, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, how you can be cruel to a cat like that, no matter what animal. It was just shocking images, and as I said, West Ham have done the correct thing in fining him. Will it affect him? Davey's right, a couple of weeks' wages. But I don't know how to describe it. When I watched it, it's
sickening.
I
think the RSPCA have got the two cats now. He should never be allowed to keep an animal again as long as he lives. If he lives till he's 100, he should never be allowed anywhere near a dumb animal again.
And the thing is, David, Barry as well, players do a lot of good in the communities, and that just completely is ridiculous. They look privileged, they look bloated, they're overpaid, but you don't mind paying them for if they perform for the club, but also do some good things out there.
I also think supporters are a bit sickened at the moment with the game, Paul. When they look at the behaviour of players at the moment, there's a real morality issue, and I think supporters are getting a bit fed up with it. Supporters feeling they're above the law and that they make their own moral code. And Zouma is a good example of that.
A Zoomer, isn't he? Totally out of touch. Outrageous. And Barry, you were just telling us, because you go down to the cat and dog home down near Boswell Bridge at Hamilton.
Yeah, quite close to you. That's where I got my first dog, Paul. It cost me the £8, a wee wire terrier, and I always pop in just to see what it's about, because it's hard. They find it hard to actually home the dogs and the cats, but I always take it when I'm passing by. If it's open, I pop my head in to have a wee look.
What did you call the pet? Was it Coisty or?
No, Toby.
Toby, right?
I thought maybe Toby. Yep.
Yeah, I thought it might be a big Rangers name. wee Toby.
No, got him when he was 6 years of age.
And lasted how long?
Yep, to 17.
Wow.
Ended up
old age pension.
Toothless. Lost all his teeth.
It'll happen to you as well one day.
But no, that's why I always pop my head in. And as I said, listen, I love animals. Dogs and cats. So you're quite right what you said. Absolute sickening what Zouma done.
Tell Alexa to launch Go Radio or listen on the Go Radio app.